All right. Let's do this thing. Let's do it. It is WrestleMania weekend, everybody. It begins with Friday Night Smackdown. What a long and anticipated weekend we have ahead of ourselves, including starting off with SmackDown, and will be followed by the Hall of Fame kickoff and then into the Hall of Fame. And then tomorrow, NXT in the afternoon and a WrestleMania Night 1 at 7 p.m. Eastern. Then Sunday, WrestleMania 41 Night 2. And then on Monday, of course, we have the Raw after WrestleMania, the most anticipated show of the year. Besides, that is, of course, besides the show of shows itself, the Showcase of Immortals. So let's take a look. We're going to talk about SmackDown tonight. We got a pre-WrestleMania. We got a few little things that are happening that are already announced. The Street Profits will defend their WWE Tag Team Championships against the Motor City Machine Guns. And the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal returns as well. We're going to have that tonight. A WrestleMania weekend tradition. And then John Cena will return to SmackDown. But you got to know the American Nightmares is here as well. With SmackDown, we've got a lot ahead into to WrestleMania. There's just so much action between tonight. We've got tomorrow. We've got Sunday. There's YouTube, and there's stuff on my YouTube channel you guys can check out. Sorry, don't know why I'm so focused on this. I totally just ADHD'd. Cairo! Sorry, I totally ADHD'd. I was totally like possessed by Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire on USA. I was possessed by I love Harry Potter, for those who don't know about me. So like anytime it's on, I accidentally we'll get into it. But Kyra with the 20 biddies. Welcome on in, Kyra. How you doing? we got biddies, we got Mania weekend, we got hype. We already know we've got one championship match set for tonight. We've also got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And we've got John Cena. One final appearance from Cena before the Showcase of Immortals. I appreciate you being here, Cairo. It's going to be an epic weekend. A legendary weekend, to say the least. I can't believe that the Hall of Fame starts at 1 a.m. I am befuddled at that. For at least us watching at home. For them, it's 8 o'clock when it starts. Right? 10 o'clock. I believe it's 10 p.m. Pacific for those that are there in attendance. It's, that I find to be just absolutely absurd. But that's all I know about That's all I know about SmackDown tonight. I've got everything ready for WrestleMania. That's the part that stinks about having WrestleMania on the West Coast. Yeah, that's the rough part. It's just very interesting, the timing of everything. It's just very interesting, to say the least. But we are just a few minutes away from SmackDown. I will say this for sure. I am not staying up on Twitch to do the Hall of Fame because I do commentary. Letting it slide. Just a couple minutes away from Friday Night SmackDown. I wish I had more to talk about. I mean, we've got videos up. I post daily on the YouTube channel. Go check that out. If anybody's interested, what's still left that hasn't been posted. The rest, Daniel Bryan versus Triple H from WrestleMania 30 went up tonight. Tomorrow's going to be Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage from WrestleMania 5. And then Sunday to close out WrestleMania week. I guess I'll do one more on Monday. I think Monday's probably going to be the WWE title match between Rhodes and Cena. I'm probably just going to pull that from the stream and post that as a video. Just that match. So, but to close out will be Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan versus Batista, WrestleMania 30. Barely any games. Welcome on in. It's been a long time, my friend. You hype for WrestleMania season? Nah, it's not even a season. It's the weekend of WrestleMania. Let me tell you something about WrestleMania, baby. It's been a long time, baby. We're ready for the Showcase of Immortals. I just stole Cairo's gimmick. He's usually the one that does the Dusty Rhodes impression. I just stole Cairo's gimmick. It's 8 o'clock. All right. Well, I appreciate it, baby. Well, let me. Oh, yeah, it's the Macho Man. I do a few. Welcome to Vegas. One of the city that never sleeps. We're in Party Town. As we are in the Sin City for WrestleMania that will take place in Allegiant Stadium. We are just one day away from the grandest stage of them all, where history will be made, where the future of this industry will shift. But tonight, Friday Night SmackDown takes place at the T-Mobile Arena. There is a show that everybody is ready for. The American Nightmare is in the house as he showed up earlier to do some signings as always. A man of the people. And gold is on the line. The Motor City Machine Guns look to recapture the WWE Tag Team titles ahead of WrestleMania. For these two tag teams, this is their WrestleMania. This is their time to shine. And pulling up to T-Mobile, Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. And LA Knight. Oh my God. LA Knight's ready. He just slammed Tama Tonga's hand into the car. This is quite the scene here at the T-Mobile Arena. The lights are pretty. The city isn't gonna sleep tonight, because it's a party for WrestleMania weekend. I don't get why this wasn't at WrestleMania. I don't know. I guess they couldn't fit it in at Mania. I wish they had. It probably would have slapped too. It would have probably slapped pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. Seth freaking Rollins is here. One final appearance. Seth freaking Rollins making one final appearance before the big triple threat match in tomorrow night's main event, where he will take on Roman Reigns and CM Punk in a triple threat match. It's so crazy the rich history the three have. I mean, it just feels like there is something missing from the equation. Rather, someone missing from the equation. But it all comes down to three of the biggest stars in this industry in a triple threat match that will transcend into the future of this business. It will create shockwaves throughout the industry and will, almost as Rollins described it, lead the way of where the future is going. And that's a scary thought for many professional wrestlers around the world. You know, who do you have to look up to? Who's your guy? Who is somebody you could say, okay, this is the guy who's set the pace for the industry. This is the business model. What is a final message that what is Rollins' final message? before one of the biggest matches of his entire career. I don't get why this. I think Heyman siding with Rollins. I had that thought at one point. I did have that thought. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. And here come the CM Punk chants. The WWE Universe trying to play with the mind of the visionary Seth Rollins. And Rollins going to respond with a famous seated position. See, looks familiar to me.
No, it was because they wrote him another big...
Who do I have for the IC title match? I have no idea, honestly.
CM Punk likes to pretend.
I'm almost convinced that Braun Breaker's going to lose the Intercontinental title, but without being involved in the match, so that they can put the world title on him.
Tell me when I'm telling lies. CM Punk loves to pretend that he came back for all of you. CM Punk doesn't care about you.
I get the feeling they might put it on Penta, but I could be wrong.
He's a liar. He's a fraud. He's a coward.
I could see that too. I think the turn's going to happen for sure.
And say what you will about Roman Reigns, Mr. OTC. The OTC, he doesn't even pretend to care about you guys. He doesn't even pretend to care about WWE, and you can believe that. The OTC only cares about the OTC. Roman Reigns is in the Roman Reigns business. He's Mr. Private Jet, Mr. Limited Schedule, Mr. Handpicked Opponent. Roman Reigns. Oh, yeah. He loves that. He loves when you love him.
The Roman Reigns
Reigns
chants.
knows nothing about sacrifice. CM Punk knows nothing about sacrifice. I know everything about sacrifice. And funny enough, guys, this whole story between myself, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk, it started 12 years ago, and it started with Paul Heyman. That's the truth. Paul Heyman brought myself, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose into WWE to be a shield for CM Punk. And every single night, I sacrificed everything I had in this ring to be that shield. And did I get any of the credit? Absolutely not. Because everybody in the back wanted the cameras and the spotlight on Roman Reigns. It was always about Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is going to be the next John Cena. Roman Reigns is going to be the next cash cow for WWE. Look at Roman Reigns. Put the spotlight on Roman Reigns. And every single year, this went along. And in the background, after CM Punk had gone away, taken his ball and went home, I heard little echoes of CM Punk chants. Meanwhile, I was making every show. I was in the ring every night, sacrificing everything that I had. And it all came to a head last year in the main event of WrestleMania, where my knee was hanging on by a thread. My stepdad was at home dying of cancer, but I made sure that I was there at the very end to be a shield, to make sure that Roman Reigns lost.
Yeah, gotta give Rollins credit where credit is due. Rollins has truly sacrificed a lot for this business.
This story between us started 12 years ago when Paul Heyman brought myself and Roman into WWE. And it ends tomorrow night in the most important triple threat match in the history of this industry. And I promise you, I will do exactly what I have done for the past 12 years. I will lay it all on the line. I will sacrifice everything that I have to make sure that this business, this company, this industry moves forward in the right direction. That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
A lot of mind games from the words of Seth Rollins ahead of WrestleMania. Tomorrow night, the story comes to close. At least that's what Rollins says. Rollins, Reigns, Punk. The triple threat match that has to be the biggest triple threat match in the history of this industry. This is where the three of the very best in the world collide. and it'll send shockwaves through the universe. Will rounds back his words tomorrow night. Vegas, WrestleMania Saturday takes place in less than 24 hours. And what's your story with Stephanie McMahon with special guest Dana White premiere episode available now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You know, there are so many layers to the story of Punk, Seth, and Roman. And it's hard to say if it will truly end at WrestleMania. The main event of WrestleMania Saturday, 3 of the biggest names. WrestleMania starting at a special start time of 7 p.m. Eastern. Punk will have Paul Heyman in his corner. And also tomorrow we have Jade Cargill and Naomi. This all comes after Naomi had attacked Cargill. What, the World Tag Team titles are on the line tomorrow. The New Day looking to reclaim Old Glory as they take on the War Raiders. El Grande Americano makes his WrestleMania debut against the biggest little man in WWE history, the legendary Hall of Fame luchador Rey Mysterio. And the U.S. title will be on the line in an epic battle between 2 heavy hitters in the megastar L.A. Knight and the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. And the prize is on the line. Charlotte Flair cashing her opportunity of winning the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble against none other than Tiffy Time herself, Tiffany Stratton. And the ring general, who has been off his rocker. He has absolutely lost it. And he defends his world title against the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble winner, the Yeet Master himself, Jey Uso. And then coming your way on WrestleMania Sunday, the women's tag team titles are on the line. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez defend against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. And then this is going to be a heavy hitter. We have a Sin City Street Fight. Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest collide. And then the Intercontinental title is on the line in a fatal 4-way. And Braun Breaker defends against Penta. Against Penta, Dom, and Balor. And this is going to be a heater as AJ Styles and Logan Paul go one-on-one. And you want to talk about a match that's going to send shockwaves. Another triple threat match. The women's world titles on the line. Io Sky defends against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. And the match that will overshadow all the matches. This is the main attraction for the undisputed WWE Championship. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and this new John Cena collide. They are just... And you see that trophy for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Rey Fenix. Yeah, I think so too. I think that's going to be surprise heater. AJ and Paul, I think they'll mesh very well. A commercial-free first hour of Friday Night SmackDown. We're going to have our opening contest as the 2025 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal that has been a big part of WrestleMania weekend for over a decade now. And this would be big for Rey Fenix to get his first major win at WrestleMania. Yeah, I'm thinking this. I was wondering the same thing about how long they'll keep them apart. It'll be interesting to see. I think they'll be both. I think Penta's doing a really good job as a single star on Raw. And the former United States champion, Shinsuke Nakamura, has his chance at redemption. May not be for the U.S. title, but to add his name to history. Will he be victorious in this Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? WrestleMania presented by Snickers. And because Snickers satisfies. And WWE 2K25 is now 20% off on all platforms. And not wasting any time, this thing explodes as all the competitors go at it. And all kinds of competitors. R-Truth grabbed the apple from Carlito. And R-Truth can enjoy a mid-match snack and accidentally spitting in the face of The Miz. And R-Truth just eliminated Carlito. And then threw the apple at Carlito. And Carmelo Hayes almost got eliminated by Truth. Mello almost missed. But Miz saves the day. That's crazy to think how what can change in a little over a year. Last year, The Miz and R-Truth won the tag titles at WrestleMania. And now it was Karrion Kross who went after The Miz. Those two have some unfinished business. And The Miz and Carmelo Hayes have been working together as of late. And they attempted to eliminate Karrion Kross, who holds on. And Los Garza working on Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix, the hottest rising star on SmackDown, the newest addition to the Blue brand. Oh, they're looking to eliminate. Oh, there goes Berto over the top. Fenix gets one elimination. And the other one, both members of Los Garza have now been eliminated. And now it's Santos Escobar of Legado del Fantasma. Of course, Los Garza, members of Legado del Fantasma. Santos Escobar was pleading with Rey Fenix. You've got Elton Prince and Kit Wilson working on Tyler Bate, but Pete Dunne getting in the mix. Pretty Deadly, showing quite the teamwork. And, oh, double knees to the face of Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate, who was out with an injury. But Grayson Waller and Austin Theory simultaneously eliminating Pretty Deadly, who weren't as deadly as you'd think in this match. Ludwig Kaiser gets a stiff shot from Bate. And now it's A-Town Down Under. Going after New Catch Republic. Up swings back and a clothesline from Tyler Bate. Takes out A-Town Down Under. Oh my God. Tyler Bate about to eliminate A-Town Down Under. A double elimination. Oh, but they hold on. Oh, Ludwig Kaiser with an attempt on an elimination on Tyler Bate. And Kaiser gets the full elimination with that drop kick to the midsection. Oh, but there comes Pete Dunne, who is looking to avenge his tag team partner that was just eliminated by Kaiser. Kaiser holding on for dear life, fighting. And, oh, what a shot to Kaiser. There's all kinds of chaos going on throughout the ring. Santos Escobar and The Miz going at it. And the crowd in the ring starting to die down a little bit as the herd starts to thin out. We're going to see who really is looking for the spotlight, who is looking to have a hot start into WrestleMania weekend and have their name etched in history. And there's Andrade and Escobar. Andrade sent into Phoenix by Escobar. And that distracted him. And now it's Escobar who's got his hands on Phoenix. And Phoenix and Escobar face to face. Escobar trying to convince Phoenix that they should work together. You should always watch your back. And Rey Fenix eliminating Escobar. I don't know if you can see this in the background, but Tozawa being used as a battering ram by Otis. Oh, what a slam to Andrade by Otis. Tozawa just got launched at the Creeds, but to no prevail there. And Tozawa just dumped like dirty laundry. And looking to avenge. Oh, all three spill to the floor. Otis, Julius, and Brutus all eliminated. Otis accidentally eliminating himself in the process. And it's Phoenix and Cross going at it. You've got Gable and... Is that Gable? You've got Chad Gable in there. There's all kinds of action going on. Meanwhile, the Creeds, speaking of Gable, the Creeds being taken out by Otis. Oh, Andrade eliminates Waller. And Austin Theory was looking for A-Town down under, but he's going A-Town over the top rope. Andrade with 2 eliminations right there. What a shot. Dragon Lee. A double super kick by all the luchadors that surround Gable. Gable's had his issues with luchadors, and now Chad Gable gets eliminated. And Nakamura went for an elimination. Oh. And that was a kick. Another elimination has been made. Nakamura looking for one more elimination. And springs up by Cross. And the right from Cross. And you just heard him say he's using you. And Dragon Lee just got nailed with that heavy artillery forearm. And Karrion Kross, a native of the Sin City. But Dragon Lee eliminates Kross. I think the crowd wanted Kross to get the win. The hometown guy. I'd say a hero, but Kross doesn't quite fit that description of a hero. Dragon Lee up and over the top. Nice Hurricane Rana. Miz and Hayes still working well together. Working to take out Rey Fenix. Shinsuke just nailed Dragon Lee and dumps him with an invert exploder to the outside onto the floor. We're really getting down to the thick of it with the final few. Oh, Kaiser almost eliminated by Dunn. But it's Kaiser who's holding on to pulling on the hair of Dunn, now pulling on the head. Pete Dunne. Tyler Bate eliminated earlier by Kaiser. Oh, and stomps on the hands. These two have quite the history together, Dunn and Kaiser. Imperium once upon a time. And it would be Sheamus and Pete Dunne, who doesn't like to go by the other name anymore. We're together. And Kaiser is eliminated by Dunne. Kaiser has been eliminated. Miz looking to eliminate Andrade. Oh, he was about to not be him. And Miz, you've got an A-lister and him on the apron. And now the master joint manipulator, that is Pete Dunne, manipulates the fingers of Carmelo Hayes. And Miz sent Carmelo Hayes back in the ring, but sacrificed himself in the process. And Carmelo Hayes shocked at the elimination of the Miz. Oh. And Hayes dumps Dunne to the outside on the floor. And Andrade looking to dump Carmelo to the floor. We're down to the final four. Look at this final four. Look at this group of studs. Shinsuke Nakamura, former United States champion, much like Andrade. Carmelo Hayes, a former NXT champion. And the hottest rising star, the freshest addition to SmackDown, Rey Fenix. Carmelo and Andrade have had their quite a few battles. And this win for any of these four would be a lot of momentum heading forward. Andrade was looking for that back elbow, but instead gets caught by a swinging sidekick from Shinsuke. He looks for that padded keen. Shots, no. And Andrade with a drop kick. And Andrade eliminates Shinsuke. A big elimination for Andrade. Eliminating the former United States champion. And Carmelo with a super kick to the back of the head of Rey Fenix. And, oh my God. Oh. Nearly just won the whole thing. Rey Fenix thinks he's got it won. But Hayes attacks Phoenix from behind. Phoenix thought it was all over. But it wasn't quite. Hurricane Rana to Andrade. And now it's Hayes who's looking to eliminate Phoenix. Phoenix swings back. Oh my God. That kick to the side of the head. Absolutely brutal. Rolling through with a forearm to Andrade in the corner. And now sets up Hayes. They get sent onto the apron. Springs up. Oh. Was looking for that springboard. But El Grande Americano. El Grande Americano. Taking out Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix had the opportunity of a lifetime just ripped from him. What is this? Round 8, round 9 between these two now? Revisiting an old feud. How apropos is this? They had a 7-match feud. And it happens here once more. Boot to the midsection. Andrade. Oh, was looking to send the message once and for all. Andrade was looking to send a message with the message. Is Carmelo about to be him? These two know each other so well after those 7 matches from last year. Carmelo ducks under. And oh my God. We never truly got a finish to these two because the last time these two went at it, LA Knight interrupted in the 7th match. 17,000 just heard that elbow right on the jaw of Carmelo Hayes. But the problem is Andrade isn't able to capitalize, and that could be a big detriment to the strategy at this point. And a match like this is used as a launch pad. One of the most important matches in these two careers. Carmelo Hayes has the opportunity to win one of the big ones for the first time since arriving on the main roster, since being drafted on SmackDown. Like a suplex into a cutter. It's going to be over. Andrade counter springs up. Oh, Carmelo Hayes is him, and he is the 2025 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. What a win for Carmelo Hayes. What a win. And now Carmelo Hayes has got even more momentum. This is where things really change. This is where the dynamic changed. El Grande Americano making sure that Rey Fenix did not win this match, costing him a huge opportunity. Andrade went to go big or go home. High risk, high reward, and Andrade took the high risk opportunity. But it did not favor him on this night, because on this night, Carmelo Hayes is him. Why does it glitch? I swear my oh, there it is. And the Miz out here to celebrate with Carmelo Hayes. Yeah, I think so too. Hayes, a big opportunity for Hayes moving forward. Congratulations to Carmelo Hayes as he celebrates in Vegas. No better time to celebrate than in the Sin City. But tonight's SmackDown will be followed by the Hall of Fame. That'll be headlined by one of the all-timers, Triple H. Let's take a look back at April 2012. An end of an era. It was Triple H and The Undertaker with Shawn Michaels as the special guest referee. It was inside hell in a cell. What a match we just saw. This was an incredible match. This commentary match is actually up on my YouTube channel from last year. I did a lot of heaters, a lot of modern heaters from last year for WrestleMania week. This week, if you look at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@hypethecommentator, if you aren't already subscribed, you guys should take a look. We are sitting at 161 subscribers over on YouTube. Y'all have been killing it over there this past week. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel today, this week. WrestleMania week has been filled with heaters. Tonight at 10 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Eastern, the Hall of Fame tickets are still available now. And this here is the full class. And WWE Immortal Moment. And what a class of 2025. And let's take a look at what happened last week on Friday Night SmackDown. Tiffany Stratton was celebrating her victory over Roxanne Perez. Meanwhile, Charlotte Flair attacking the champion, looking to send a message. And Charlotte Flair really getting involved in this thing. Appreciate you, Barely. Appreciate the love. That's where you can find me daily. If you ever want to see some content, you'll get single match commentary on there. Old streams are on there. All the good stuff is on. That's where it is. If you ever want to see the commentary, that's where it's at. Some of my best commentary work is on there. I mean, I've been posting daily for 427 days, so there's all kinds of content, dude. There's all kinds of content to look through. I'm a man of the people. I do a little bit of everything. The wait is just about over because it all comes ahead tomorrow with the WWE Women's Championship on the line. Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton. Still so much more to get to. We have a huge face-to-face that will close tonight. It'll be John Cena and Cody Rhodes coming face-to-face later tonight. And that will also be the huge main event of WrestleMania Sunday. We've got some gold on the line, the WWE Tag Team titles. The Street Profits and Motor City Machine Guns get to celebrate WrestleMania early because this is their WrestleMania. WrestleMania Smackdown. And LA Knight will be in action tonight against Solo Sikoa. LA Knight looking to get some much needed momentum ahead of his big match as he defends the U.S. title this weekend against Jacob Fatu. Look who is in the house. Rhea Bloody Ripley will be a part of the huge women's triple threat match for the Women's World Championship on WrestleMania Sunday. All right, everybody, we are going to take a few-minute break, if you guys don't mind. All right. We are back live, Las Vegas. WrestleMania week's going to continue at Fontainebleau Hall of Fame tonight. Undertaker 1 Dead Man show tomorrow. The Roast of WrestleMania featuring Tony Hinchcliffe on Sunday. And on Tuesday, NXT. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster. Get your tickets now. This is interesting how this all came about with Rhea Ripley. It's been a very interesting month for Rhea Ripley. You go back to the qualifying matches of for the Elimination Chamber. Io Sky. It was Io Sky and Liv Morgan. And it was Rhea who let her emotions get the best of her and accidentally put her hands on Liv Morgan and didn't think of the repercussions. And Io was pissed. So Rhea Ripley offered and would give Io Sky a match after the elimination that was set for after the Elimination Chamber. And it would be that Bianca Belair won the Elimination Chamber, and Bianca Belair wouldn't know her opponent until after that match, the night after the Elimination Chamber. And it was an incredible match between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, but it would be Io Sky who would pick up the victory with that over the moonsault. And Rhea, who was frustrated, feeling like she was screwed out of her spot at WrestleMania as Women's World Champion in a match that she gave. This is a match that Rhea Ripley gave. But obviously she didn't expect the outcome that came about. Rhea Ripley is going to talk before that huge match that'll take place on Sunday, Triple Threat Women's World Championship.
Sunday, it marks my 6th WrestleMania. Yeah. And each time I've walked into some sort of championship match, but honestly, this one is probably the most important to me. Because it's true, you know, I let myself get distracted by Bianca Belair, and I lost my Women's World Championship right before WrestleMania. That's my bad. So, you know, I'm not going to, but I could be coming out here right now to talk about the last few weeks, complain, moan, make excuses, but nah, I'm not going to do that because there's no point talking about the past anymore. Sunday, I get back what I want and I do what I have to do. Rhea Bloody Ripley is walking out of WrestleMania, your 3-time Women's World Champion!
Rhea Ripley had her words, but you can hear the music of the Women's World Champion, Io Sky. The current champion disagrees with the words. Io is festive for WrestleMania. Talk about hitting the jackpot. Io Sky had the opportunity of a lifetime. Rhea gave to her. And now, but one thing, if you will, Io Sky is showing her cards. How wise is that to show your cards ahead of WrestleMania. And Rhea Ripley has gone, her eyes, you just see them bounce back and forth between the eyes. Oh, not even that long after, Io couldn't get one word without the EST. Bianca Belair making her presence felt. Io Sky couldn't get a single thought out. These three just it's literally how these three have worked. Just how the disrespect between these three, it's literally like them literally talking over each other. And I said literally like 5,000 times because you know what? At the end of the day, that's how it is. They're just talking over each other. There's a lot of smack talk between these three. They just love stepping on each other's toes because that's almost what happens when you're at the top. Bianca Belair in tip-top shape. You think Io's going to retain? I have no idea. It might, because it might come down to Rhea and Bianca just arguing with each other.
I don't plan on letting it go anytime soon.
This is interesting. Naomi's not even a part of this match. She's got her own match at WrestleMania.
Naomi?
This has been a new vibe of Naomi.
Hey, B. So you finally decided to show up to SmackDown, and you ain't gonna even try to talk to me?
Someone has hurt
I
feelings?
done filled up your voicemail box, been calling you like crazy, texting you, and I know you got it because it said delivered. Does our friendship mean so little to you? I ain't even want to do this and have everybody in our business. I wanted to handle it in private. But since you want to ignore me...
No. We not doing that, Naomi. You know exactly. You know exactly why I'm not responding because you know what you did. And I said what I said, and I meant it. So we not doing this right now. We're not doing this right now.
You care about Jade that much, huh?
Not even just about Jade.
She wasn't there for you like I was. Tomorrow, I'm going to finish what I started with her. And after that...
Uh-oh. We might not even have to wait till tomorrow. Are you kidding me? Jade is here right now. A woman on a mission. Naomi might get caught in the eye of the storm early.
The storm. Proceed with caution. She's not listening. Jade Cargill.
Bianca Belair got caught in the middle of Naomi and Cargill. There's all kinds of chaos.
Jade, this isn't about you. This is about me.
Oh my God. And now there's all kinds of chaos going on in the ring. Meanwhile, Io's just kind of Bianca Belair and Rhea going at it. Io's just the champion is just kind of just confused and lost at what's going on right now. But you know what? She's going to take the opportunity, go to the sky. The genius of the sky with a moonsault, laying out everybody. And the Women's World Champion is ready for what has to be the biggest match of her career. The Showcase of Immortals, WrestleMania. She heads in as the Women's World Champion. But the question is, will she leave Las Vegas as still the Women's World Champion? It's the Women's World Championship match, WrestleMania Sunday. Oh, we might actually get the six-man tag match. But it seems you heard the gunshots. You know what's coming up next? The Motor City Machine Guns. This is all. We're only in April. This is the sixth time at the tag titles will be defended, and it's coming up next on Friday Night SmackDown. WWE World has been a lot of fun in Vegas. It is now open. It's open from now till Monday. The largest superstore in WWE history. Shop all the greatest WWE merch. Meet your favorite superstars. Breaking news. 6-man tag match made official. And it's coming up later tonight. We're going to have some 6-man tag team action. Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, Rey Fenix versus American Made. Speaking of tag team action, back in the ring, Motor City Machine Guns, former WWE Tag Team Champions, looking to reclaim the gold as they take on the Street Profits for the tag titles. These are the new and improved Street Profits, though. New attitude, new mindset since winning the tag titles. When something isn't working, sometimes you just got to make it work. And that's what these two have done. The champs have been enjoying their time in Las Vegas. Raise your cup. They used to be all about raising their cups, but now it's all about the gold. It's all about being on top. And they have been enjoying every bit of being the WWE Tag Team Champions since winning them in Spain. And here we go, not wasting any time with the Motor City Machine Guns going after Ford and Dawkins. It's Sabin who sends Ford into the ring. And the bell rings. This match is officially underway. Chris Sabin and Montez Ford going to kick things off. And Sabin makes the tag to Alex Shelley. Shelley and Sabin, one of the greatest tag teams of the modern era. How well they work together is like no other. They won the WWE Tag Team titles very early in their time here with WWE. Haven't even been with the company for a year and are already one-time tag team champions. That is no easy task. You know, when you enter WWE, it's a new world. When you spend your entire careers as big fish in a little pond, you find out as a small fish in a big pond whether you sink or swim. And for Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, they've shown not only are they treading water, but they're swimming laps. And it's Niangelo Dawkins who's the legal man for the Street Profits. And Dawkins measuring up for that spinning splash into the corner on Sabin and makes the tag to Ford. And Doomsday Blockbuster. And, one for the cover, but it's Shelley who saves the day. And Shelley throws Dawkins, who attempted to throw Shelley out of the ring. And Shelley went for a suicide dive, but instead got caught in the jaw with a wicked right. As this match continues. as this tag team match continues. We are back live on Friday Night SmackDown. The tag team titles, as I mentioned, are on the line. They are on the line to kick off WrestleMania weekend. Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns taking on Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, the Street Profits. As Montez Ford gets taken out by Sabin. Sabin picking up the pace with that kick, taking out Dawkins. The Motor City Machine Guns would love nothing more than to regain the tag team titles they feel they have been screwed out of. And Montez Ford has been taken out. The tag has been made to Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley, you saw for a second favoring that lower back. You got to wonder the condition. Looking for it. And a missile drop kick into a flatliner. Great teamwork. But Tez kicking out at 2. And that was a great combo from these two. These two are full of tag team combos. They've done it all. Everybody wants to recreate the Motor City Machine Guns these days. But there's just something about the Motor City Machine Guns that just can never be replicated to a T. And a big Enziguri taken out Shelley. Rolls through. Oh my God, look at that launch. Great teamwork from the Street Profits. A hook of both legs by Dawkins, but not quite enough to keep Chris Sabin rather down for the 3. Sabin held onto the ropes. The tag was made, but I don't think Angelo Dawkins saw it. And Ford heads up to the top. Ford rolls through. Inverted atomic drop and a kick to the knee. And a drop kick. And Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin going for it. The boots in the corner. Ready to go for skull and bones. But Angelo Dawkins realized that the tag team titles were at a huge risk at that point. Perhaps could have been moments away from crowning new tag team champions. But Angelo Dawkins making the save in time. Oh! Montez Ford loves showing his agility on display. Loves showing that athleticism. Oh, come on! And DIY take the tag titles. What is this all about? And Alex Shelley gets kneed into the face by Tommaso Ciampa. And it's DIY who have hijacked this match and have hijacked and stolen those WWE Tag Team titles from the Street Profits. Imagine disrupting an incredible tag team title match that is a part of WrestleMania weekend. Nick Aldis giving us a women's U.S. title rematch later tonight. Zelina Vega and Chelsea Green. But still to come tonight, the huge face-off between Cody Rhodes and John Cena. The final face-off before the actual match. And the Viper is in the house. And the Viper is up next as he looks for his WrestleMania match. You can't have a WrestleMania without Randy Orton. SummerSlam is coming to MetLife Stadium. First ever two-night SummerSlam being hosted by none other than Cardi B. SummerSlam heads to New Jersey. And this. There's all kinds of chaos going on. That's next week. But right now, there's a snake slithering his way. There's a viper who's coming out here in Las Vegas. Randy Orton, a 14-time world champion. He's done everything there is to do in his business, from all different championships to having his career started and lifted up by being a member of Evolution, where he would have Triple H, Batista, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair on his side. And Randy Orton would be mentored by Triple H and the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Randy Orton has done so much, has gotten through so many phases in his career, but this part of his career seems about being grateful. Randy Orton was put on the shelf by the Bloodline for now I guess you could say almost defunct Bloodline. For 18 months, Randy Orton was put on the shelf with a back injury, had to get double fusion back surgery, and it seemed that, and there were rumors Randy Orton may never wrestle again. Randy Orton's WrestleMania fate uncertain, because who is he going to wrestle? And there are 17,000 plus here at T-Mobile. We're just a few hours away from the Hall of Fame ceremony. Right? Randy Orton may actually miss WrestleMania this year if they can't figure out something. Gotta make sure you got the baby oil. Randy Orton's going to show up to WrestleMania. Boots, tights off, boots laced. Randy Orton is going to show up to WrestleMania. Trunks on, boots laced, ready to go. With all we can say is there's just speculation if he's even going to actually have a match. He's going to be ready for it. Somebody's going to step up to the plate against Randy Orton. But who will it be? And we saw this earlier today at the kickoff. It was Drew McIntyre who was being interviewed during the kickoff, and Damian Priest coming onto the stage to attack McIntyre, doing everything they can to keep these two separated. They've already got a street fight, and talk about bringing it into the Sin City, bringing it into the city. They really brought it to the streets of Las Vegas. I'm thinking the same thing, barely. Thinking the exact same thing. It could be him, or Rusev or Miro, however, whatever he comes back as. And Alistair and Randy Orton still have history with each other from Alistair's previous tenure with the company. So it should be interesting to see how everything plays out. A Sin City Street fight coming up your way this weekend at WrestleMania. Zelina Vega making her way to the ring. She's got another shot at the Women's United States Championship against Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green made her complaint to Nick Aldis about the referee. Well, she got kind of what she asked for, but not really. So I don't think it's Aleister Black. I think that teaser that we just saw was for Aleister Black next week. But back in the ring is Zelina Vega, who is as smiley as can be for someone who's been given a second chance at the women's U.S. title. I hit the wrong button. Did not mean to hit that. So what do you think now, Barely? I'm thinking, why do I just get the feeling it can't be anybody underwhelming because they wouldn't do that. Chelsea Green, who took a non-title loss last week at the hands of Zelina Vega. And she was, after fighting to get back in the ring in time. And she complained to general manager Nick Aldis about it. And instead of, when she complained about the ref's decision. And not wasting any time, pulled off another stunt on Zelina Vega. And Zelina Vega, she just got turned inside out by Chelsea. That was an impressive move by Chelsea. And Chelsea on top of Zelina Vega, driving the back of the head of Vega into the mat. And Vega would love nothing more than to win her first ever singles championship here on the main roster. Zelina Vega has had her chances previously for the Women's World Championship, having made an incredible effort back at Backlash. Let's never forget about that match. It was Backlash 2023 in Puerto Rico when Vega had her family there and she challenged Rhea Ripley for the title. But she would end up falling short. But nonetheless, it was quite a night for her. But this night could be Zelina Vega's night as she looks to rip the U.S. title out of the grasps of the hands of Chelsea Green. Meanwhile, Chelsea Green is way too focused on arguing with senior official Charles Robinson. She now rolls out to the outside onto the floor. But she wasted too much time, and Zelina Vega dumps Chelsea Green into the timekeeper's area. Zelina Vega may have won victory over Chelsea Green via countout. She can't afford to do it again, especially if she wants to make the best of this U.S. title opportunity. And both stars get back into the ring at the same time. We're back at square one. Trading blows. These forearms going tit for tat. It's going to be about who wants it more. For Zelina Vega, she's always been the underdog. Always had to overcome all the odds. And quickness is going to be her best friend in this matchup against Chelsea Green. And looking to pay homage to her LWO days, but gets caught with a pump kick by Green. Green stacking up Zelina, but not quite enough for the 3 count. Zelina expressing her frustrations as she was looking for that 3 count to retain her women's U.S. title, but it just wasn't quite enough to keep the title. At least for now it wasn't. The match still rolls on, and it's Chelsea Green who's looking to go high risk with looking for a superplex, but Zelina Vega slamming the head. No. This would be massive. And a massive code red. Selena's done it. Selena's done it. Selena, that was an absolute spectacular match. Didn't they say it was for the women's U.S. title? Did I miss that? Didn't they put the logo up that it was for the U.S. title? Weird. I don't know. They got me messed up. Still to come face-to-face between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. But coming up next, the megastar LA Knight, the U.S. champion looking to get warmed up against Solo Sikoa. We are back in Las Vegas. Tomorrow, we got a long day, a long epic day filled with all kinds of action for you. We got Stand and Deliver at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then we've got the countdown to WrestleMania at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then WrestleMania at 7 p.m. Sunday, Countdown to WrestleMania, 4 p.m. Eastern, WrestleMania at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then the WrestleMania post-show. Such a beautiful city at night. All the lights are up. You can see them nice and shiny. Snickers, you're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies. The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, labeled as the greatest match in WrestleMania history. Shawn got caught. Undertaker with a tombstone pile driver would go 17-0. The first one, Michaels kicked out. Undertaker couldn't believe it. This match commentary is up on the YouTube channel, but I am going to do it again in a different way here on Twitch exclusively because I'm doing a special type of stream in the near future. You're hearing that here first. I don't know if I'm going to do it this year or wait for next year. Actually, so it might not be soon, but there are some matches I am going to be redoing soon in a different format for you guys, but only for the live audience. Undertaker would go 17-0 when he would defeat Shawn Michaels for the first time at WrestleMania 25. And we are back. SmackDown in Las Vegas. LA Knight looking to get a warm-up victory over an opponent who's not going to be so easy to defeat in Solo Sikoa. LA Knight, who had a spectacular showing. And what a kick. That springboard moonsault from Jacob Fatu to LA Knight. And then would go for one more to send a message. Their WrestleMania Saturday showdown tomorrow. It's going to be one heck of a U.S. title match between these two. You aren't going to want to miss this one. There's going to be a lot of high-impact action. Heavy artillery shots are going to be thrown. All kinds of... Sorry, my sister just sent me a video of my nephew.
Guarantees, and the guarantee tonight is that Solo Sikoa's about to come out here and eat one, and tomorrow night at WrestleMania, Jacob Fatu, I guarantee you will eat a BFT, courtesy of the man they call the Megastar, with everybody saying, yeah!
And here comes Solo Sikoa. We get ready for one-on-one action. Oh, LA Knight not wasting any time going after Solo Sikoa. And now it's LA Knight and Solo going at it. LA Knight driving his shoulder into the midsection of Solo. Solo counters. And the Megastar getting caught by Solo. Shoulder first. This is a match that could really impact how LA Knight's match tomorrow goes. And Knight hit those steps hard, and we will be right back on Friday Night SmackDown. Back here at the T-Mobile Arena, it's LA Knight and Solo Sikoa. Tomorrow night, LA Knight defends his U.S. title against the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. But tonight, LA Knight looking to get his body all warmed up ahead of time. But right now, the only thing it seems for LA Knight is that his body is getting beaten and battered. And if it continues to go in this direction where Solo Sikoa is inflicting a lot of damage to the body of LA Knight. LA Knight might not enter that match with Jacob Fatu at 100%. And nobody on this planet, no professional wrestler can ever afford to go into a match against Jacob Fatu less than 100%. Meanwhile, LA Knight, this is a must-win for LA Knight because there's that mental game. You lose to Solo Sikoa. What makes you think you could beat Jacob Fatu? Jacob Fatu is as tough as they come. Jacob Fatu has served hard time before. And Jacob Fatu, first it was take care of Tama Tonga, then take care of Solo Sikoa, and tomorrow he looks to take care of Jacob Fatu. But the only thing that's been taken care of is that knee to the midsection of LA Knight by courtesy of Solo Sikoa. And Solo Sikoa giving LA Knight a little bit of a pre-Mania warm-up of a little bit of a taste of what he's going to experience tomorrow. Coming from the same background, Solo, Jacob Fatu, you know, the Anoa'i family, they all come from the same family. They all have a similar background. Although there is one thing that separates Jacob Fatu from a lot of the others within his family, and that's his actual demeanor and having a criminal background that makes him a real danger to be dealt with. But you wouldn't walk up to any of them and want to start a fight. Meanwhile, Solo Sikoa was looking for that spike. That Samoan spike is the same spike that defeated John Cena at one point at Crown Jewel in convincing fashion. But LA Knight said there's a promise for a guarantee for a BFT. There is going to be no BFT for Solo Sikoa because here comes Jacob Fatu going after LA Knight. And Fatu is bringing the fight to LA Knight. Uh-oh. Here comes the monster of all monsters. Making a ride full speed ahead. Braun Strowman with a crossbody just laying out Fatu. But Fatu got right back up to his feet. And LA Knight sending Fatu to the outside onto the floor. And we're about to get a tag team match. Tomorrow, LA Knight will be defending his U.S. title against the man he is currently in the ring with, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. But right now, we've got a tag match. Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa teaming up together. And LA Knight looking to make the tag to Braun Strowman, and he does. And the monster of all monsters. You've got a monster, you've got a werewolf, you've got a megastar, and you've got Solo Sikoa. Uh-oh, this isn't gonna be good. And the Monster Express wiping everybody out. And putting Jacob Fatu back into the ring as Strowman went for a splash and a Fatu. Fatu takes out Strowman, knocking Strowman off his feet. And a senton goes for the cover. But it's Strowman who kicks at it too. It's LA Knight. It seemed that LA Knight was about to come in the ring, but the referee holding him back. And it's Solo who is now the legal man in this match. Solo gonna go to work on Braun Strowman, who is down on his knees. This is what you need to do when you're dealing with somebody like Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman, the biggest guy in the match. He has the most mass. He is the tallest guy. So you need to keep him at level, at base, off his feet. That is the best strategy you can have. Keep him as far away from being a big part of the equation. Meanwhile, Strowman desperately needs to make the tag to LA Knight. LA Knight, at the same time, also desperately wants in. And Solo tags back in Jacob Fatu. The Samoan Werewolf is so methodical in the way he breaks his opponents. Right now, he is squeezing the skull of Braun Strowman, who's trying to fight for dear life. And Strowman breaks free with a sidewalk slam to Fatu. The fact that Fatu still stirs, still moves. And the thing is, Jacob Fatu just doesn't stay down. It's not an easy thing to do, but he makes the tag to Solo. And LA Knight's now the legal man for his team. Side Russian leg sweep. And Fatu knocked off the apron, sent into the announce desk. And a power slam by Knight, who's starting to pick up some much needed momentum. Going for a layup here with that elbow. Went for that cover, but only enough for two. And Jacob Fatu got back involved and just got launched by Strowman over the top rope. And Strowman, but Jacob Fatu sends Strowman over the announce desk. And LA Knight sends Fatu over the desk. Oh, and a kick by Sikoa for the spike. As promised and as guaranteed, LA Knight nailed Solo Sikoa with a BFT for the victory. LA Knight will defend tomorrow come WrestleMania against Jacob Fatu. It's going to be one heck of a fight. It's not going to be just a match. You know it's going to be a fight. Jacob Fatu and LA Knight are two stars who like to get down into the nitty-gritty. And it's all going to culminate at the show of shows tomorrow. Welcome back, Barely. That'll be coming your way. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, the WWE Women's Championship will be on the line. Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. Tiffany Stratton against a future Hall of Famer, no doubt about that, the 14-time Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. And we are about to be set for 6-man tag action. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee team up with Rey Fenix tonight as they take on American Made coming up next on SmackDown. Vegas has already gotten this thing started off hot. 11 SmackDown, 9 PLEs, and also the host of WrestleMania 9, which that documentary available now on Peacock. But back in the ring, we've got Chad Gable was surrounded by 3 of the many that he was surrounded by during the Under the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And now we'll stand across from them. Alongside him will be the Creeds, Julius and Brutus. Chad Gable, who was eliminated by Rey Fenix. I'm not going to accuse anything or make any assumptions, but it wasn't too long after that El Grande Americano made his appearance to eliminate Rey Fenix from the Battle Royal. No assumptions, by the way. Keep in mind, no assumptions. Just making a statement. And this 6-man tag team match is underway. Rey Fenix going to start this one off against Brutus Creed. This is an interesting matchup. These two have complete opposite styles. Rey Fenix, a luchador. Brutus, look at the size of him. He's a big, heavy hitter. And you're going to need to focus for all 3 of these men. Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, and the man in the ring, Rey Fenix, the hottest rising star on SmackDown, the newest acquisition. They need to focus on using their speed to their advantage. Because size is not on their side in this match. And Lee goes for the cover. Lee was a great acquisition for the LWO. And Julius Creed, who has now been tagged in, going after Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee being sent into the corner. And a shot. What a knee to Julius. I don't know if he got all of it, though. He got enough to connect with a Hurricane Rana afterwards. That's for sure and for certain. Dragon Lee looking to fly up and over the top. Take it out. Julius Creed on the outside on the floor. And the official calling this match is none other than Ryan Tran. High crossbody by Dragon Lee. And it's Chad Gable who saves the day this time and sends Dragon Lee right into the post. El Grande Americano does that same pose. They have... I could be overthinking it, but But the only thing is, I'm just astonished at the resemblance of El Grande Americano and Chad Gable. Meanwhile, on the first night, we saw them together in the same eye view at the same time. Wearing the same things. All 3, triple headbutt to Dragon Lee. You're going to want some ice for that afterwards. And American Made in control. And it's been quite the week here in Las Vegas. The night before WrestleMania, we've got a 6-man tag team match. We've got 2 members of the LWO and Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee with a first time ever team up with Rey Fenix. Meanwhile, American Made with that Brutus ball. Brutus taking out Dragon Lee for the victory, but it's Phoenix who comes to save the day. But Julius Creed lays out Phoenix, and the tag has been made. And it's a matter of time. You had to know the size advantage was going to end up taking over at some point. Your speed doesn't last forever. And looking for a double superplex. Meanwhile, Dragon Lee fighting back. Oh, swept the leg. But it's Chad Gable who now comes up. Chad Gable climbs up. And Dragon Lee has all 3 of them down. Hanging. And a double, triple, a triple, double, triple. However you want to say it, Dragon Lee got all 3 of them. Dragon Lee, who desperately needs to make the tag. Julius Creed holding on to the ankle, but not quite strong enough as the tag has been made. Rey Fenix coming in hot. Rey Fenix becoming an absolute star here in the WWE since making his debut. That spinning heel kick goes for the cover. And a 2 count. And it's Fenix now. Oh. Went for the cover, only enough for a 2. And a knee to the midsection by Julius Creed. Julius Creed and his brother, both highly accomplished amateur wrestlers. Alongside Chad Gable, an Olympic wrestler back in the 2012 Olympics. And, Phoenix sent into the buckle and hit the buckle hard. And what a super kick. Catches Julius. And a spring up and an arm drag and a double stomp. But here comes Brutus. What a kick to the side of the head of Brutus. And a Hurricane Rana. A one-man wrecking machine is Rey Fenix. Heading up to the top. The catwalk on the rope with a kick to the face. Super kick to Julius. Aberration Dragon. And it's Phoenix up at the top. And the knees. The Meteora. And the Luchadors get the win. And a big victory for the Luchadors. It seems that Rey Mysterio might be in serious injury. I wonder what Rey Mysterio's condition is going to be heading into the match tomorrow. He was being checked in on by doctors. There are all so many things that are going to come ahead tomorrow come WrestleMania. CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. The irony of it all. This is going to be one heck of a triple threat match tomorrow. All the complications in the history that they have, it all culminates tomorrow night in the main event. WrestleMania Saturday, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and the interesting factors. He has Paul Heyman in his corner. When we come back, John Cena, who is the record seeker, looking for 17 times. He will challenge Cody Rhodes on Sunday, but these two will come face to face just 2 days before. What a spectacular night before WrestleMania it has been. Carmelo Hayes winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. We had a no contest, unfortunately, at the hands of DIY, and Zelina Vega got a victory over Chelsea Green. LA Knight and Braun Strowman get a big victory over Sol Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. And Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, and Rey Fenix defeating American Made. And this is what everybody has been waiting for. And after everything that's happened with Cody Rhodes and John Cena, all the words that have been exchanged, it comes down to this: the one final face-off, one more chance to say what they need to say to each other before actions are going to speak louder than the words they exchanged ever could. And Cody Rhodes, a man who has carried the company into the new era. After defeating Roman Reigns at last year's WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes has been champion for over a year. But will the reign continue? Will Cody Rhodes reign supreme against the man who is looking for number 17 in John Cena? Oh, John Cena not even giving Cody Rhodes the chance to speak before coming out. John Cena, the disrespect. Once upon a time, he used to throw the shirt, throw the hat, throw the towel into the crowd. But he's just going to leave it there neatly laid out. John Cena, who felt this industry just completely turn their back on him. Will John Cena destroy the future of the most important championship in of wrestling history? We're going to find out how this thing plays out on Sunday. I did not mean to breathe in your guys' ears.
Shut your mouth, kid. This is going to be my 20th WrestleMania, my 12th title match at WrestleMania. I know just as well as anybody right around now, you can get lost in all the noise, all these voices. There is one voice you should listen to, and that's the one coming from the man looking at you in the eye. Sunday is the last time I will ever compete in a WrestleMania ring. No one has ever had the courage to end their career the way I have. And there is nothing you could possibly do to prepare to face a man who knows he's going to die. What I'm doing is so unprecedented, they don't think it's real. They don't believe it. They think I'm going to come back because everyone always comes crawling back. There's no such thing as a wrestling retirement. There's always one more match. The reason there isn't a wrestling retirement is because every other wrestler is a scared, insecure loser. Every other wrestler needs these people. Needs these people to care about them, to post about them, to talk about them, because the second they get away from this, they're left alone by themselves with their pathetic lives, so they come crawling back as a shell of themselves. I have love, joy, and worth in my life. I don't need a single damn one of you. The only reason I'm here is to take that away from you and all of you forever. Don't say I didn't warn you, because I did. Last year, when you won that championship, everybody's raising you on their shoulder and giving you watches and stuff and saying, "Good job, champ." When I had my moment alone with you like a man to your face, I didn't say, "Good job, champ." I said, every day you hold that, it gets heavier. And Sunday, it finally becomes too heavy for you to hold. You will lose. You will lose because you care about them. You people do not write history. Winners do. I came out here tonight because I wanted to share one more thing with you before Sunday. When I won at Elimination Chamber, I knew it would be impossible to beat you in a match at WrestleMania. And then in one moment, you changed all that. You changed all that with what you said to The Rock. You see, kid, The Rock just gave you a choice. Do you want to do what they think is right? Or do you want to win?
And in the moment you made your choice, not only did I think I could beat you, I realized Sunday, you don't stand a chance. And that night, all that was left for me to do was the one thing you couldn't. Prove to them that they don't matter. You see, all of this noise from them, these people will always make up their own version of the truth they want to believe. And when you stop caring about that and stop caring about them, you can start accomplishing anything you want in life, but you are too weak to understand that. Sunday, in order to beat me, you are going to have to choose. Do you do what they think is right? Or do you win? And Cody, you are strong, you are tough, and you are driven, but you are also scared, insecure, and naive. You say you wear this suit because you want to be somebody. You have your tattoo because you want to be somebody. You didn't need the tattoo or the suit because Sunday I'm going to make you somebody. Somebody who finally realizes that to become a winner, you have to sever ties with all the losers in your life. Or somebody who had a chance to be a real winner and blew it. And in that very moment, you will realize that you are not the captain. You are not the quarterback. You're still just a kid in a man's world who doesn't have the balls of the last real champion.
Okay, John, the noise, and you always have to say something, right? This crowd, how they feel about you.
This is who you fight for. This matters to you.
You said in London, you said that you don't bury talent, that you are talent. Well, I know a graveyard of talent that would disagree with that statement, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about WrestleMania. Let me ask you a question, John. Do you know his name? The one who handed you the microphone. You know his name? No. You don't know her name either, do you? And I'd wager if you walk backstage, you don't know any of those people either. This is a different WWE, John. And when this was your WWE, I worshiped you. They worshiped you. But since the GOAT hasn't shown up since Elimination Chamber, allow me to offer you a little perspective, okay? You called me underwhelming. Guess what? You're overrated. You're overbearing. And more importantly, you're out of touch and you're out of time. Your face is melting wax. You got a stack of dimes for a neck, spindly ass legs. You're paler than Sting at Starrcade 97, and you're sanctimonious comments about how I'm an errand boy when the whole world watched you saunter on the Oscar stage butt-ass naked for the people that you run errands for now. And by God, John Cena, it is 2025 and you still can't wrestle.
Idiots. They're just like you. They don't know what they want. And Cody, on Sunday to beat you, I don't have to wrestle.
Oh, Cena.
Cena going for the AA.
Oh, he tried to go AA.
Cody Rhodes looking for the crossroads. And it connects.
The war of words.
The war of words. Cody Rhodes stands high. But will this be the same fate for John Cena come WrestleMania? Or will John Cena do the impossible that will become possible? Will he become for the first ever man to be a 17-time WWE World Champion? WrestleMania Sunday just got a lot more tension added to it after tonight's interaction between the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and the GOAT John Cena. It should be a very interesting match, to say the least. It just sucks that we have to wait 48 more hours before we can get there. John Cena said, in order to beat you, I don't have to wrestle. Went for the attitude adjustment. And then Cody Rhodes countered. And then a crossroads. Will this be the same fate? Like I said, is that what John Cena has in store for himself? Does Cody Rhodes have that for Cena at WrestleMania? Or will John Cena's decision to join the winning side work in his favor? Or what John Cena calls the winning side work out in his favor? It all culminates this Sunday between John Cena and Cody Rhodes' undisputed WWE Championship main event. Also, tomorrow on night one, we have to look forward to the World Heavyweight Championship as main event Jey Uso defends as main event Jey Uso challenges Gunther for the world title. Jey Uso winning the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble. Also tomorrow, the WWE Women's title will be on the line as Tiffany Stratton defends against the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner, the legendary 14-time future Hall of Famer, 14-time world champion, future Hall of Famer, Charlotte Flair. And a war is ahead of us. The Megastar, the Samoan Werewolf collide for the United States Championship. It's LA Knight and Jacob Fatu. And for Rey Mysterio, another WrestleMania will be put in the books as he goes on to face the newest luchador, El Grande Americano. And the tag titles are on the line. The World Tag Team Championships. The New Day look to reclaim Old Glory as they take on the War Raiders, who have been on a path of rage. And this is going to be a heater. There's a lot of tension between these two as Jade Cargill and Naomi finally come ahead. That's as personal as it gets. And then the main event tomorrow, we're going to see Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, who will have Paul Heyman in his corner, and what has got to be the biggest triple threat match in WrestleMania history. But will it live up to the hype? And what we just saw moments ago John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes with a crossroads. One final message sent to John Cena. Rhodes is determined to keep pro wrestling away from John Cena. This is what it's all about. Whether you're a hardcore, whether you're a casual fan, this is what it's all about. It's all about the show of shows. You can't miss it. Tomorrow and Sunday. Join us for WrestleMania as Cody Rhodes stands tall to close out Friday Night SmackDown. All right. You think Cena is winning? It's a possibility. You know, Cena did just take the final move, which when the person who's standing tall usually means the opposite is going to win. That's the only thing. Yeah. So I do want to say what video is going up tomorrow, to give you guys a heads up so you guys know what to look forward to. Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan World Wrestling Federation title match. WrestleMania 5, the Mega Powers imploded. It all came ahead at the Trump Plaza in Atlantic City. So that's going up tomorrow. And then Sunday, big plans for the huge triple threat. The last time a huge triple threat match took place at WrestleMania, Randy Orton, Batista, and Daniel Bryan for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So with that being said, thank you all for tuning in to tonight's stream. I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow's video is going to go out a little early. I'm thinking 4 or 5 o'clock. So stay posted on that. Stay tuned. Thank you all for all the love and support. As always, y'all are killing it on Twitch. But more importantly, y'all are killing it on the YouTube channel that I've been more heavily focused on with the daily YouTube videos. So there's all kinds of content over there for you guys to check out. Whether you like indie wrestling, whether you like TNA, AEW, WWE, old school wrestling, modern wrestling, Ring of Honor. There's all kinds, ECW even. There's all kinds of stuff over on the YouTube channel to enjoy. Once again, thank you guys for all the love and support. And I will see you all tomorrow night for WrestleMania.